How much was the meal that you put on the table for your family?
How much was the meal, what?
That you put on the table for your family?
Oh, how I'd figure that out. Say
How much was a package of spaghetti?
Oh, package of spaghetti wouldn't be any more than about 8 cents at that time.
And Campbell's soup.
And Campbell's soup was no more than about 12 cents. And
a piece
then
of cheese.
Bananas. And you could get bananas at that time for about 5 cents a banana. About 15 cents a banana.
So you didn't spend more than 50 cents on a meal?
On a meal?
Yeah.
No.
About that average.
Because we didn't eat that good.
Yeah.
We didn't have steaks and all that.
No.
Any toys that you have?
At Christmas time.
Yeah, how much were?
Oh, I didn't know prices then.
What
Do you remember how much the toys were that you bought at Christmas time?
At Christmas time, there wasn't very many toys. Everybody got one toy. As I remember, you didn't get a bunch of toys.
How much were they, do you know?
Not any more than about $15 each.
So
For the,
how much would that be total?
For the,
Oh, you mean for everybody? $15 a piece. Well, there were 3 children, that'd be $45. I think that's a rather high estimate.
That went for all the stuff in the candy and the oranges and everything that went in
the stocking. We got a stocking with fruit and nuts, and if we were good, we didn't get coal. If we were bad, we got the piece of coal.
Yeah, if you were bad, you got coal. The thing was filled up with coal.
And the stockings were real stockings. They were not Christmas stockings.
For everything.
Where does this go? To the teacher?
Yeah, I have to write a report.
Yeah.
Okay. For a movie at that time.
25 cents.
The what?
The movies.
movie.
Movies were 25 cents.
Oh.
I remember that.
How much was the movies?
25 cents.
Oh, it was a nickel when I...
Well, this is the Depression he's doing, not 1910. Okay.
Shit.
I know when I was 16 years old, it was only a nickel. Because they called them Nicolettes. They weren't movies. They were Nicolettes.
Nickelodeons, if you looked through the thing. So, what's...
The last question is, this would just be going to you. What type of school did you go to?
Catholic school.
Did that cost, or was that?
Cost anything then?
Does now. Is there anything that you would just like to add that you would want in my report or anything? About how you felt?
What was
How
it?
about recreation? What did the children do for recreation?
Huh?
Something to add. Because we...
I remember you told us about this. You made up your own games.
We had a big lot across the street from us with a lot of high weeds in it, and we cut paths through the weeds. And we dug trenches, and we played World War I, because that was in the trenches, and we had dugouts with nail kegs and candles on them, and that was all because we saw a movie called All Quiet on the Western Front.
What did you do inside? Like
Checkers, and I had a microscope. I guess that was near the end of the Depression when I got that. And my grandmother gave me a set of books.
What year is that? What year are you talking about?
Between the time we lived in Jersey City.
Oh.
Yeah. And also we moved into a house, this was before the Depression, but the house that we bought, the one that we lost, had a trunk in the cellar, and it had all series, Bobbsey Twins, and all of those series of books, and the woman left it for me. So that's what I did. I read a lot.
Wait, they had one in the cellar?
A trunk of books in the cellar.
You still had Bobbsey Twins? I still have those now.
No, I wish I did. Now we gave those away to the
they,
cousins.
They have some now, I think.
Oh yeah, they're still writing Bobbsey Twins. Yeah, that woman turned out to be a man.
A stack of books, did you say?
Laura Lee, whatever her name was, turned out to be a man who lived in Newark and who wrote many series under many different women's names. Remember those books?
I don't remember books in the cellar.
No? It was a great big
Where were
trunk.
they?
In the cellar.
I mean, just in the cellar,
In a trunk.
in the front?
In a big trunk.
Oh, they were in a trunk
Uh-huh.
in the cellar.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't know what's in the trunk in the cellar
Yeah.
because I didn't bother going down there to looking at
I
it.
used to read that
I know.
until I got a library
What
card.
we had in the cellar, I had a washing machine.
No,
No, that was in
later.
the other house.
Yeah, later you got a washing machine.
Yeah. I don't remember too much about what we had in the cellar in that house where you
That's where I used to
graduated
Yeah.
from.
I used to play down there because I had a little table and chair set and
What
a
was
little roll-top desk.
Lance
I
was
got
that.
before the Depression.
Bonnie Lance was the name of the man that we bought the house from.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that? Bonnie
I know
Lance.
him. No.
But you were
I
old
was in-
enough
I
at the
was in
time.
nurse's training. I didn't know what was going on back home. I was up in the hospital when you bought that house.
You were up in the hospital when we bought that house?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think so.
Sure, I was out of high school.
Well, it must have been
It's
right after you graduated. Right after you went into the hospital.
Yeah.
After you graduated.
Right. Now, what else would you like to add? Anything? What else would you like to add?
Well, I don't know. I'd just like to add that Daddy got a job in the shipyard for the
Yeah,
railroad
after the Depression, but this is experiences during the Depression.
experiences.
Yeah. Like he had to go out and shovel snow, right?
Oh, yes. During the Depression,
Yeah.
he had to go out
For the railroad. He shoveled
on the
snow.
railroad, shovel snow off the railroad.
Is that when he didn't have a job? He
Yes.
Yeah.
If it snowed a lot, they would hire people for $1 a day.
And he got $1 a day for that.
Is there anything else that he did besides shoveling
Yeah,
snow?
he went from door to door trying to sell a device that his father-in-law had invented. It was a clothesline tightener, and they tried to sell it for 10 cents a piece. Sometimes he did.
Well, I guess that's it. That's all you want to add.
Yeah, oh, well, we could talk forever, but you don't have to.
None of your relatives had any money to give you either. Your relatives were all as bad off as you were. You know, you never could borrow any money. I couldn't borrow any money from my mother and father. They didn't have it. My father was out of work a long time, too.
The reason we lost the house was because it was a two-family house, and we depended on the rent of the other family. We owned the house
And the salary of your
and the
father.
salary, yeah, to pay the bank. But when those people moved out, we couldn't rent it. Everybody was moving in with their families, so we didn't have any family to move. We had a family, but they didn't have room for us.
So then we had two floors. We had to, instead of paying $55 a month, we had to pay $125 a month. And we did that for quite a while until all our money was
We
gone.
used it up.
And then when our money was all gone, we couldn't pay. He didn't have a job even.
He cashed in his insurance policies, and he never got insurance after that. Life insurance. He was never able to because he had a heart condition.
And during the Depression, you would see 3 blocks long, men in line, 3 blocks long. One standing back of the other, waiting to go into the soup kitchen so that they could get a bowl of soup. And these men used to do that in order so that they didn't eat home, so the kids would have enough more to eat than they did.
These chairs all scooped